Dr. Kyle with All About Chiropractic. What we want to focus in on is super simple things to be doing at home right now for your legs specifically. Now, everybody should be able to do a squat, and if you can't, we really need to work on that. But essentially the mechanics of a squat, what we want to do is make sure our feet are right at shoulder width, okay? Chest high, I always call it perfect posture. The last thing I want is for my chest to come forward, okay? So we want to work on pulling that chest backwards, rounding those shoulders backwards. And when we do that squat, the motion should be the same. So my spine doesn't move a whole lot. I'm going to come down all the way to the bottom and then come back up. Okay. If we have a weight like a kettlebell, a dumbbell, even like a 5-gallon jug, we could fill that up. We could fill up a milk jug, something like that, just to have some simple weights to be doing at home. But we're going to want to do high reps if we don't have a whole lot of weight. So doing sets of like 10, 20, 30 of them to really get those legs working. So body weight squats just coming up, going straight down, okay? And if we can't get to the bottom, one thing we want to do is really work on that form, okay, at the bottom. So when we come down, want to make sure that we're getting nice and deep, essentially trying to get my back of my leg and the back of my calf to touch. Okay, so working on that range of motion in that bottom and then coming back up out of it. Okay, another variation of that one would be a sumo squat. So with that, what we want to do is we want to bring our feet just outside of our shoulders, and you're going to notice that the angle of my toes are pointed out just a little bit more. This is going to be working on different muscles in your legs. And so with that sumo squat, posture up top's very, very similar. And what we want to do is we want to go nice and low, as deep as we can go, and then come back up. You're going to feel that a whole lot more probably on the inside of those legs than what you would when your feet are pointed straight ahead, just with the angle of those feet. So once again, we're coming down into the bottom and then coming back up. Okay, now the last one we're going to do on the squats will be a jump squat. So feet are right back at shoulder width again. Our mechanics will be the same, where we squat all the way down and then we come up, but what we want to do is we want to add a little bit of a jump at the end. Okay, so watch my noggin. I'll step right. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to squat all the way down to the bottom. When we come back up, just give yourself a little lift. That's going to add some explosion, and what it does, it brings your calves into the equation a little bit to help strengthen those. So if the body weight squats are easy, just try adding a jump at the end to make it a little more complex, a little bit harder to actually accomplish. Okay, a couple other easy exercises would be lunges. There's a lot of ways to accomplish a lunge. What we want to do is we're going to start feet right at shoulder width apart. Okay, once again, we're just going to take one big step forward. Once we're in that position, we're going to come down so our knee just slightly hovers over the ground, and my knee in the front is just over the top of my toe, and then push back up. We're going to alternate to the other side. Same thing, where we're pushing back up. So that would be like a forward lunge. The next one would be a backwards lunge. Okay, so what we'll do is we're doing the same motions forward. We're just switching to go backwards. So I'm going to reach back, come down into that motion, and then come back up. And then we'll switch. And then back up. Now, if you think lunging is really easy, one fun one to add in would be like a split lunge. So we start in your lunge position, and what we'll do is we'll come down, and as we come up, we'll switch our feet. So we'll go down. So what that does is it's just making more cardio brought into the equation. It's going to make it a lot harder of an exercise to actually accomplish. Now, we don't want to neglect going sideways, so what we'll do is lateral lunges. Once again, feet right at shoulder width apart. This time we're going to be stepping to the side. So we're going to be coming all the way out, nice and deep, and then back up. And then switch to your other direction, down, and then back up. So like I said, whenever we're doing body weight stuff where we don't have a weight, we want to try to make sure that the reps that we're doing, we do 3 sets of 10, 20, 30. You could do 100 of these in a workout, and you're really going to feel your legs, and you don't have to have any weights at home.